Colin Kaepernick is one of the top free agents in football and a starting caliber QB. The team at EA Sports, along with millions of Madden NFL fans, want to see him back in our game. Cap's rating is an 81, which is better than 17 other Week 1 starters that include Baker Mayfield, Cam Newton, and Kyler Murray. So, Shannon, what was your reaction to Kaepernick being put back in Madden?
Well, I'm glad. Skip, the thing is that I don't know if people understand this, that when you're in the Players Association, Skip, obviously the Players Association, they represent the player that's currently playing. Once you're out of the league, they have to sign off. You have to sign off as an individual to give them the right to use your likeness. So for me, if you see me in the Madden, that means I have given them the rights to use my likeness. And so I don't know what transpired. Maybe Cap was upset and they weren't allowed to use his likeness, but now he's back into the game. And if I'm not mistaken, he didn't want to do the cornrows like it was previously. He wanted to do the afro,
which he now
has. But I believe they went overboard with the ratings. Come on now. I get
81.
It. Come on.
That was his middle rating at his peak.
Right.
He had one that was up at 89, and then he had one that dropped to 74. But 81, that's at his peak.
Right. And so that's, as Jenny mentioned, that's better than Cam, better than Kyler Murray, better than Baker Mayfield, Jerry Goff, and that's tied with Big Ben. I'm glad he...
Tied with Big Ben.
You're right. I'm glad that he has an opportunity back, because as the spokesman for the Madden game said, you know, people want to see him in the game. They want to use him in the game. But I just think they went overboard with this one, Skip. Because here's the thing. If we put him in a game, if we put him back in the game, Skip, and we give him a 65 rating, they say, man, they could have let him out for that. That's terrible. So I just think they went overboard with the 81. I do not, because if he's an 81, that means he should be playing. If he has better rating than the guys that are starting opening day, because every last one of the guys that he's mentioned that they're starting, that some of the guys, he's better than 17.
So right now he's as good as Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Kyler Murray.
We should be starting for somebody.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. So I just think I'm glad he's back in the game.
Okay.
Skip. But I just think they went overboard with the rating. I don't know about 81.
Was this a makeup call? Was this to placate all those racial justice crusaders out there who want justice for Cap? Is there some of that operating here?
Because, Skip, remember after the George Floyd, there's teams that are reaching out to Cap friends. I'm like, well, why you want to reach out to Cap friends? Cap got an agent. So you're going to reach out to Cap's friends, not Cap's representative, about possibly paying, and they've come to find out what everybody knew, Skip. That was just a situation where George Floyd was going on, and we should have listened to Cap back in 2016. We didn't, so let's try to placate them. Nobody actually believed that no team in the NFL was calling around asking about Colin Kaepernick.
Okay, so to frame this for everybody out watching us, for the 3 years before he started kneeling, 13, 14, and 15, he was featured in TV commercials for Madden, and that's more than any player in the game's history. So that's how powerful he was. That was his magnitude, his reach, his power pre-kneeling. And then all of a sudden, he kneels and he becomes a free agent. And I don't understand this. Maybe you can explain this, but the group licensing agreement, which is negotiated by the Players Association, excluded him. I don't understand why he would be excluded. He was still active. He was still a free agent. Why would he be excluded?
They should not have excluded him, because if you're still an active member, then you should be representative, and they should have the ability to use your likeness.
Yeah, and his name was removed from 2 songs that continue to be used on Madden, and the EA Sports said we made an unfortunate mistake. Members of our team misunderstood the fact that while we don't have his rights to include him in the actual video, that doesn't affect the soundtracks. Okay. So, I'll give you that, point taken. But then, to your point, now they had to go back and negotiate directly with Colin. And he said, I need my current hairstyle, and I need for my signature touchdown celebration, I want the Black Power fist. Okay? Great. So he actively was involved now, but I don't know what took them so long. Help me out. Why did we have to wait 4 years for this?
Well, we needed the climate to change. The temperature was too hot. We needed to thaw a little bit. Let's be real with this. We know why they took him out the game. We know why. And so when the temperature cooled a little, because it was too hot, and they thought it was too controversial to have this figure in the game. Once the climate settled, people was more receptive to his gesture, they put him back in the ball game. He's still the same Cap. He still hadn't played in, 3-4 years. He's still speaking out, and now more people than before are doing his gesture or like gestures doing the national anthem. So really nothing has changed.
Okay. Do I think he could live up to an 81 rating if given a chance right now? It would take some time.
You're right.
But if you let him ease back into it, I believe he's still capable of performing at an 81 level. I do. I know it's how many years?
Yeah, would it be 4 years? It's about a little over 3 years now.
I know it's a lot to ask.
Yes.
I just think he's still a young enough man that he still has that capability in his body. It would just take somebody to have the patience to let him ease back into it, and that's a long shot.
And we know people don't have patience anymore, Skip. I mean, because now, first, look at Josh Rosen. He got drafted in the first round with Cardinals. The Cardinals take a quarterback the next year. They ship him to Miami. Miami released him. Now he's in Tampa. Skip, nobody has patience anymore.
On the practice squad.
On the practice squad. I mean, I need somebody to sign me to the practice squad. You see,
you know what? You're eligible.
Josh McCown.
I know.
Got getting 12,000. Claiborne, who was formerly with the Cowboys, he's back. He's on the practice squad.
New rule.
It's a new rule.
New loophole. So you want to be back?
No.
You want to go to meetings?
No. No. I get to stay at home. If just one of the tight ends were to go down, they would call me.
Really?
You know, I just have to stay out of harm's way, make sure I, don't go anywhere in possibly COVID. So, because I got to be able to call me, and I got to be able to show up on a moment's notice.
Thinking about it?
No. I want no parts of them licks. Okay. Absolutely not, Skip. But hey, look, like I said, you and I both agree that he should have never been removed from the game because he was still an active member. And so until you turn into your retirement papers, I mean, you're still considered an active member of the Players Association.
So incredibly, I believe that Colin Kaepernick virtually will become one of the most popular quarterbacks on Madden.
I believe he will.
Don't you think he will?
Yes.
It'll be a sensation.
Yes.
And unfortunately, he's not playing.
Especially guys that can do multiple things. That's why they like playing with Lamar Jackson. They like playing with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Because if you do the exercise, the no limit, you know, he can. He's 99.
Exactly.